once was a guy from Gwinnett who one day would grow up to be a monster. But not just any monster, a trench monster. He's now back for year 5 and he's ready to eat. 91 does the dirty work but stays clean. He's taking a 30-minute timeout from the trenches to take your questions. And so live from Tallahassee, it's time for In the Coop with Robert Cooper.
Last one, baby.
Legend over there, that's Robert Cooper. Y'all know that, 9-1, you know who it is. Welcome to In the Coop with Robert Cooper, season finale for us here on the 2022 edition. If you're in the giving mood, since it is a Christmas time, maybe feeling the Christmas spirit, maybe the Seminoles spirit has taken over you with Florida State being 9-3, wins over Miami and Florida. Absolute romp over Miami, obviously. Big-time bowl game, Orlando against Oklahoma. If that's got you feeling good, head over to risingspear.com. risingspear.com supporting over 200 Florida State student athletes directly being supported. Every single penny that you give to risingspear.com goes to these student athletes across 9 different sports. So head on over to risingspear.com if you are in the giving mood. We also ask if you could hit the thumbs up. We certainly would appreciate it as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, lower right corner underneath Coop over there. Robert, it's been a minute, man. How's it feel to go out on top, man? Taking down Miami, taking down Florida.
It feels amazing. You know, I can't even think of the last time we finished the season finished the regular season with 5 straight wins. I mean, that's special. We all felt, we all know we could have did. The season could have been better off of, little mistakes we made, but the way we bounced back and, the way everybody went back to work every week, man, it was definitely, good to see everybody smile and, be joyful of, what we accomplished and, what we overcame to in the regular season, how we did.
I know you're an optimistic guy, Robert. You look at the bright side of life. You're going to live long because of that, man.
Yes,
everything you had been through the last 2 seasons, a 3-win campaign during COVID, 5 wins last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you're going to tell me you saw this coming, but when did you see it coming? I guess when did you know that you guys were capable of such a solid season?
I mean, when I first made the decision to come back, you just see all the pieces you had coming back with you and, all the new pieces that, that were coming in, that's coming to play. And, it really started to sit with me then, when I made the decision to come back, things got to change. Like you said, 3-win season, COVID, last year didn't go the way, we wanted it to. So, going into this year, not just me, just the rest of, everybody who's on their last ride, just turn Florida State around. That's, that's been our goal since we came in 2018. So, we couldn't leave without, doing what we all came to do. But it definitely started hitting, like I said before in the off-season workouts, you can just tell compared to other years, since I've been here, my 5th year. So going through the off-season program the way we did and how we handled those hard days and as long as, the easy days, how we handled it together, not individually, but together, that just gave me good feelings of how the season was going to end up for us.
Yeah, man, incredible to be 4-0, fall to 4-3, but then the rip off 5 in a row, man. What a good roller coaster, man. What a good roller coaster it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Our guy Jonathan Carey asks, Coop, what's the deal in the locker room and the practice field regarding the bowl game? What are you guys talking about? What's the feeling like that you're going to be in Orlando, close to home for a lot of your teammates, and playing a big time like Oklahoma?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to feeling about the bowl game, we already kind of figured that, all the talk going on, there was a high chance of us in the Cheez-It Bowl in Orlando, and we were all just happy to that we just get a good another game with each other. Like you said, Orlando's a home for a good amount of people on this team. And, it's in Florida, so it's definitely gonna feel like a home game. Everybody knows that, and so just everybody feels good going into this game, getting ready to getting prepared. Coach Norvell already talked to us. It's treated like how we treat every week. Everybody get ready to work. He's gonna give us time to get our bodies back right and things like that. But overall, we got to come back, get to work like it's a regular game week.
Just to make sure, Henry Atkinson's wondering, are you going to play in the bowl game?
Of course. You don't get too many of these chances, and that's something I always told myself. I never look at that as looking to miss a bowl game. That's just who I am, and I know that, I had an older brother who went, through this college process, and, one thing is you don't get too many of these opportunities. So, playing in a, big bowl game like this, it's, a lot of people can't say they played in one of these. So, for me, just to have another game with these guys and have another game wearing the garnet and gold, just putting it all out there for Florida State and my teammates. That's what I see.
We hear from a lot of coaches around the country about how important it is to make it to a bowl game for you guys, for the players to enjoy this experience, but also the value of these extra practices that you get, 15 of them if you so choose. Is there anything that, you're going to try to maybe pass down to the younger guys to make sure they kind of embrace these practices? Because, you had it that one time, in El Paso, you had that bowl experience.
Yeah.
I mean, not so much like the fun time, but like, will you tell the players, your teammates, just how important it is to really take these practices seriously, because it will help be a springboard to next season for them?
Oh, yeah, of course. That's something I harp on them even during the season. I always tell them, when I was a freshman, I thought I was, this is going to last forever, not forever, but you know what I mean? You ain't think it's going to go by this quick. There's definitely some regrets I had, going back freshman, sophomore year, just because I thought I had enough time. I tell the young guys all the time, even that's just what I preach. You don't get many of these opportunities. You don't get that many tour duties. You don't get that many, regular season practice.
You're going to miss tour of duty, Robert? You're going to miss tour of duty?
Hey, it's something that, in the moment it's like, dang. But, when, even when I did my last tour of duty workout, even though I was tired as a mug, but it's just something, you don't get too many of those. So I just enjoy it all, with my teammates. That's the best way to do it. You ain't in it by yourself.
Our guy Tony Greco says, one more year, Robert, we can make something up for you, he says.
Hey, I wish, but it's definitely that time. And, I definitely feel like I, did my time here at Florida State and, made the best of it. So, definitely time to head on to the dreams.
Gotcha, man. Our guy Kevin Johnson, he means well. He's a funny guy, Robert. He said he just got tickets to the Cheez-It Bowl. In the spirit of the Cheez-It Bowl, who on the team would you say is the cheesiest?
Yeah, I'll definitely see you there, Kevin. But I'll say the cheesiest on the team. Cheesiest. I'll go with Verse. Because Verse is a cheesy guy. He makes himself laugh. So I mean, that's the best thing you can do, man. As long as you make yourself laugh, you're good. But yeah, I'll definitely say the cheesy.
I mean, I don't know. None of us really knew anything about Jared Verse. I mean, I'm sure you probably were the same before he got to campus. I mean, how is he sort of won not only you over, but the entire locker room, the coaching staff, with just who he is as a dude and who he is as a football player?
Before he got here, that's definitely a name you was hearing, in the portal, and when he decided to get closer to a decision, Coach JP, Coach Odell, that we were harping on him, trying to get him here. So I was talking to him before he got here. He seemed like through the text, he seemed like a cool guy and things like that. And when he got here, I just started to talk to him more, really started to understand him really, where he's from, things like that. And, but other than that, to me, if you told me to break down Verse, Verse is just a guy who is just always willing to work. He's willing to do whatever, what it takes to get better, help the team, help the defensive line. Just, he's always willing to, go that extra mile and make things happen.
Guys, a lot of people here in the comments thanking you for your career here, Robert. I hope you're able to see that. Our guy Michael Jennings says, hey, Coop, who do you dislike more, Florida or Miami?
See, I remember when I was a freshman, I wasn't always following Florida State like that. So I used to ask Coach Odell, who's more, I know we got two rivals, but, who do we, who dislike the most? He says Florida. Some people say, you can ask fans. Some people say Miami. Some people say Florida. But I guess everybody got their own personal opinion. So for me, I don't like Miami. I hate Miami worse than Florida because Miami is they just do too much. They do a lot of talking and.
I got you.
I don't like them. I don't like Miami at all.
There we go. All right, we got a good, honest answer out of our guy on his way out, man. Once again, I got nothing left to say. I love it. John Breesy says, Coop, what a great guy you are. Thanks for all the memories you created for us. Maybe come back and coach someday?
Yeah, I definitely got some more memories to be made. I still got some more time here, but I don't know, come back and coach, I don't know.
Coop, I mean, after hopefully your long storied NFL career is over, could you ever see yourself coaching?
No, that's not something I was really, deep into. But that's not, I'm not ruling it out at all. I'm always willing to help the next man, and just help anybody. Any kind of, knowledge I got. I'm always willing to pass it down, whether it be football. I mean, life, anything. I talk to the young guys now. I mean, I'm just a guy who's willing to help. Any kind of way I can. So, that's coaching. Let it be. But anything that puts me in a position to, spread my knowledge and, help the next person, I'm all for it.
There you go. I got Tom Morton, Coop. It's been a real pleasure watching all these years. You're a great Nole.
Yeah, it's been a process for sure. It definitely ended up real good.
Miss Sandra Gordon. Hi, big man. Cooper, thank you for all you've done for us Nole fans. We love you and pray that you have a great life after you leave Florida State. Enjoy watching you play. Thank you. Hurt them Sooners on your last game as a Nole. Have you looked at any tape yet? Have you guys started scouting Oklahoma at all?
I'm pretty sure, some guys have. I watched a couple of games, but nothing too deep right now. But definitely just, getting used to, familiar things, familiar faces. They got a lot of change of faces going on over there at Oklahoma. So you got a lot of people in the portal over there. So just get what I can right now.
Pensacola Packbuster, big question here, Coop. Favorite moment as a Nole?
Now, this is going to be cheating, but yeah, it'll have to be the Florida game. Because me personally, I never thought, like, even when I was a freshman, I'm looking at Doak Campbell and, I'm looking at, from the sideline to where the stands start. And I never thought, we ain't never storming this field because that's a far jump. Like, that's a far jump. Because I always thought, like, even if I was a fan watching the game and something big happened, I couldn't even see myself making that fall. So, when that clock hits 0, and then you seen a little bit of people just start coming down, and the whole herd, it was crazy. It's something that I never thought, would happen. But, like I said, I enjoyed every moment of it. I sat there, and I missed Coach Norvell's speech. I missed Coach Odell after the game. I missed everything. I came in, everybody was about done. I was just out there just signing and, taking pictures because, last time in Doak, I said, you don't get too many of those opportunities. So I just sat there, and I was out there until the police escorted everybody off. So
I think somebody got hurt, man, because it's a high jump.
Exactly. I was just saying that fall, that's not a normal fall. That's, you really gotta land. Like, if you don't know how to land, that's over with.
Gotta be an athlete. I know you're gonna be hanging your Florida State cleats up here in a sec, but when it comes to your recruiting hat, I know you were probably one of the ace recruiters whenever guys would come visit campus. Our guy Tom Wonders Coop, what would you tell potential defensive tackle recruiter transfer and why they should choose FSU?
What's crazy, I haven't really talked to many recruits, through my time here. I mainly here and there a little bit, but the same thing I tell, D tackle recruits, I say this, if you want to get coached hard, if you want to get pushed to your limits, just keep. If you want to be a better player, you want to go with Coach Odell. Coach Odell is the type of coach, he's gonna push you. He's gonna push you till you can't go no more, and then he's gonna build you back up. I mean, he's gonna do it all for you. And then for this whole team, man, the way Coach Norvell the direction he got this program going, I'm definitely happy to be a part of it. But it's definitely going to be a bright future for Florida State. I tell you that. Just hoping everybody stays on, keep the same mindset. Everybody's going to come back willing to work every day. Ain't no telling, sky's the limit for this program, really. Get it back to how it should be, not how it was, but how it should be.
What's the closest you ever got to talking back to Coach Odell, Robert?
We got some stories, but it's
all love. We know it's all love.
I that goes back to my old point. Coach Odell will push you to your limit. Coach Odell will get you there. But I was a youngin. I was freshman, sophomore, so I'm still. But we definitely, hey, it's tough love though. But definitely learn from each moment and help me become the player and person I am today.
Chris from Perry with a good question here, Robert. What drives you more, the agony of defeat or the thrill of victory? What drives you more? You don't want to lose or you want to win?
I'll say it. The more I want to win. Drives me more. The winning drives me more. A lot of people say you just don't be scared to fail or stuff like that. But everything I go into, I plan on doing my best and winning. That's every game we went into. I never, even Coach Norvell said the same thing. Every game we go into, there's no thought in my mind that we're going to lose this game at all. No matter what the score is looking like, what the game is looking like after 2 quarters. I'm always thinking about how we're going to win. What it takes to win, what we got to do to win. Everything I win in it. Anything that's going to help us win, maybe we're going to do it. Get it done.
Absolutely. Carol asks, so what was your favorite win of the season besides Miami, of course?
I'm going to have to go back to Florida. I mean, it's just because, that for me, that was my first time being Florida, in my 5 years here. So, it's definitely, real sweet. I love it. That's probably one of my favorite wins of the year. Just, not even just how we, that we won. It's just, how we won. Is you got guys fighting to the end. Things, individuals got their, everybody got something going on. Everybody just fight through it all the way to the end. And just seeing everybody's faces and, the feelings, everybody get after the game, man, it was beautiful to be a part of, beautiful to watch. I mean, it was everything.
Jessica wants to storm the field in Orlando, beat those Boomer Sooners.
Yeah.
Let's start, LB.
We got to.
Bradley asking you, Robert, when you do finally leave the facility for the last time, what spot will you visit last?
Last? I'm being Dope Campbell for sure. That's, even though I played my last game in there, it's, a lot of people always said ever since I was a freshman, man, that it's something about Dope Campbell that just, sticks on you. And it's just, yeah, I'll tell you, it definitely stuck on me. It's for me, I'm definitely grateful to say that I've, been able to play in Dope Campbell and, had some of my best games in that stadium. So, it definitely means a lot. So I definitely have to hit that one last.
Jay Jackson asks, what's your favorite saying? Work, the climb, getting 1% better, all we got, all we need. What's the motto that sticks with you the most here from the last year or two, Robert?
I'll have to say 1% better because, when when Coach Norvell first got here, like I said, he was trying to understand his players and, we all trying to understand him. And, we are, me and Coach Norvell just, we started talking more and, we got into some things and, we just had to sit down and talk. And then when he breaks down that 1% better, it's just something that really stuck on me because that's something I always, always wanted, I always do, but I never, had a title to it, but just getting 1% better each day, he's not always talking about football. It's, life, school, anything, every aspect in your life, just getting 1% better. So, a lot of people just think has to deal with football or practice, workouts, it's, every part of your life. So I'll definitely say that's something that sticks on me because at the end of the day, I'm thinking that I get 1% better at practice, 1% better at, school, 1% better in, my social life, just 1% better in everything.
Right on. Chop Shop Reactions, Big 9-1. Definitely want to thank you for representing Nole Nation with honor, passion, and swag. Wish nothing but the best moving forward. Congratulations on the season, and let's take it to Oklahoma.
Most definitely.
Jeffrey Welch, hearing Coop talk about leaving the program makes us proud to be a Seminole fan. Go Noles. Get emotional, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, here's a tough one. Who's been your favorite guest host that you've had on this segment of the show?
Man, I done had some great guests, and shout out to all my guests that I had. But my favorite, I'll probably have to go with that's hard, man.
Rob Scott.
That episode, yeah, you talk with Rob Scott and Maurice. That episode, that was definitely real nice. Definitely had some great laughs in that one. So definitely had to go with that one. You helped me out with that one. I forgot about that one.
Let's see right here. You've got to beat Coach on the last race, Robert.
Well, I'm tired of people. Look, people make it seem like I never beat Coach Norvell before. I got people coming up to me saying, "When you gonna beat Coach Norvell?" I don't beat Coach Norvell at least 5-6 times, but I definitely agree with you, Tom. I'm gonna get him the last one. I got to. I don't know when the last one gonna be. Probably the practice before the bowl game, or whenever we have a full practice, before the bowl game. That'll definitely be the final one. And definitely, I'll be wearing my lightweight cleats. I'll definitely be blowing and going on this one.
Let me know if you need me to set a pick or something, Robert. I'll just be filming and just pretend I'm getting in the way.
Nah, he get mad when people try to block him off.
Do you remember,
he tried to?
Do you remember your bowl gift from El Paso, Robert? Do you remember what the bowl gift was that you got? I know you guys got like a gift suite, right? Like there's a bunch of gifts you could get.
You had to choose like 5, but I only remember I had got the recliner. That was probably my biggest. That was the main gift I was mainly looking for. I was just happy to have a recliner. Instead of sitting on them chairs playing the game, watching the film and stuff, sit back in the recliner and do it. But yeah, I definitely had some good gifts, but I'll say the recliner was my main priority.
Carol's back, wonders and says you got to pass the baton to someone else for these races against Coach Norvell. Who's going to take the torch, man? Who's going to carry the flag and race Coach Norvell, you think, every morning in your absence?
I would say Dante, because he been in our races, every day. So, but even Dante is always beating Coach Norvell, so I feel like it got to be more even. But if I had to pass it to anybody, I'd probably pass it to Bishop. Mia has to stay in the D line. Bishop, he's real athletic. He's playful, so I'm pretty sure he'll do it. Or probably get Ayo. That'll be funny,
man. I hope he plays as good as he looks, man. I mean, I know he's learning the game, man, but man.
Yeah, he's learning. But I tell him that every time I see him, he got to be patient. Everything, he getting kind of, how I was, I want to learn everything so fast and, get frustrated when things ain't, clicking right. But, like I said, he's learning and he's learning at a great pace. And I told him he's going to be a good one. Actually not a good one, he's going to be a great one. If he sticks to the coaching, he's going to be a great one.
All right, let's pop this one up here. Let's see if you're ready for you're going to get this question a bunch coming up here, Robert, and that's going to be, what NFL team do you hope to go to, Robert? And there's only one answer. Let's see if you got the right answer.
Well, if I had a choice, you don't get no choice, but it really doesn't, I'll go anywhere. But if I had a choice, I'd stay home, close to home. Probably go to Atlanta Falcons. That's not saying that's my favorite team.
Right.
But, just being close to home and not being that far from Mercedes-Benz, so that'll be real nice.
How many ticket requests do you have for the bowl game?
Should be 4, 5. Yeah, 4 or 5.
So who's going to be on the roster? Who gets to come? Who gets those tickets?
First come, first serve, baby. Nah, definitely, fam first, but like I said, hey, mainly family.
All right. Chris from Perry says, who do you think's who's the most football smart guy on the defensive line? Who's got the best football IQ on the D line, other than yourself, of course?
I mean, we got a lot of smart guys on this D line, but like I say, I don't know, we got maybe.
Hey, some questions don't have answers, Robert. Some questions don't have answers.
But you got to really, Dan, he's more, he's getting more confident. He's real confident in his answers. That's something, I'll that's different from me and him. You know, when I was answering questions as a freshman, you know, I had some uncertainties, but you know, Dan, when he speak on his answers, you know, just to be a freshman, you know, you can tell he's out there playing right now and things like that. So he's, you know, give his answers out. You know, you can tell he's, you know, real head deep into his playbook and you know what Coach Odell is teaching us every day.
Yeah, Coach Norvell rather has had a lot of good things to say about Daniel Lyons for sure, man.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be a great one. I'm telling you.
Pensacola Packbuster, what's it like seeing your quarterback having Heisman-like moments from the sideline, like the Florida game? Did you see it happen live, or did you look at the jumbotron, or was it in film the next day? The one where he like avoided like a 30-yard loss and then ends up, you know, scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, I say it gets to a point where I hate to say it, but I'm getting used to it. You know, I don't play with Trav for about 3 years now, 3, 4. So you know, I first started off with Francois Black, and then just seeing Jay Trav, man. If I could put it in one word, I feel like I told people on the sideline, man, it's like he working magic out there. You know, just even I know the play you talking about where he evaded like 5 dudes and still scored. I was watching that like from the sideline, look, and then I had to look at the replay just to make sure what I seen was, you know, real deal. But I still say that's a touchdown. I think they ruled that not a touchdown, but you know, it's a touchdown in my book. But like I said, you know, it's magic. You know, just seeing how much he's grown since he first stepped foot in Florida State. You know how much he's grown as a passer. You know, he got more confidence in his arm, and you know you can tell just improving with his feet. You know, you can just tell like it's not the same Jay Trav every year. It's always something different or something spectacular he's adding in. You know, every year. So I can only imagine what was coming up for him.
All right. Well, hey, we've hit the top of the hour. We'll take one more. We'll get you out of here. People want you to talk about other people's business. People want to know if you know Jared Verse is staying or going. We'll spare asking you that question. Elazar Mendoza says, Coop, who's a Nole in the NFL that you would love to play with?
B. Burns. You know, B. Burns, Jermaine. You know, I like to reunite with, you know, any of the DNs, D tackles that I played with. You know, Mar, you know, anybody, just that feeling, just, you know, we went through the hard stuff together at Florida State. Now we doing it in the NFL, you know. So when, you know, it wouldn't hurt to play with any of my you know, past teammates on the D-line.
Robert, do you know the Florida State fight song lyrics? You're going to probably need to brush up on it, because when you're a rookie, they're probably going to ask you in the NFL at lunch to get up on the table and sing your school's fight song. So you
got to fight for FSU. You got to scout for Seminoles. You got to win this game. Go around and make those goals. For FSU is on the warpath now and at the battles, and she's great.
She's great.
So fight for victory. Seminoles of Florida State. And then, because it was crazy when Coach Taggart was here during fall camp, and he challenged everybody, you know, at the end of each day, you know, he's going to call somebody up to sing the fight song. So I was hearing the lyrics for all fall camp for 2 years. So, and then, you know, when my chance came up, you know, I crushed it. So, you know, like I know the fight song for sure.
Awesome. Robert Cooper, everybody, a fantastic, superb football player for Florida State, and an even better human being, man. This has been real fun, Robert, man. I've appreciated it. I know everybody at home has really enjoyed this show. People were sad last week when we didn't have one. I'm like, it's all right. We'll get them on the show. So I know you're super busy, man. You're chasing your dreams. You're trying to make this place better than what you found it, which you have. And doing well in the classroom, man. We really appreciate you taking 30 minutes out of your week, man, to do these, man. Thanks so much.
Sure, of course. Appreciate the opportunity. Appreciate, you know, all the fans tuning in every week. It's definitely been a pleasure to, you know, share some of my experiences and, you know, some laughs with y'all. And, yeah. You know, my family been watching every week. Shout out Mama, Pamela Cooper. Shout out my dad, David Cooper. Shout out my sisters, Jessica. You know, Jessica been popping up on here. Jessica, Jasmine, and my boy David, my brother. You know, I know he down there watching somewhere, you know, living it up down there in Georgia. So shout out to him.
He's got one more game, everybody. December 29th down in Orlando, the Cheez-It Bowl against Oklahoma, 5:30. Hope you come hang out with us then. Beforehand, though, we'll see Robert at practice and the Noles as they get ready for that game against Oklahoma
So
thanks again for watching this edition of In the Coop. Robert, salute, man. We'll see you around, buddy.
Yes, sir. Good one. Holla at you.
Hit the thumbs up on the way out, everybody. We appreciate it. This has been In the Coop with Robert Cooper.
Yes, sir.